Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you all the details about my hair extensions. I've been getting so many questions lately if my actual hair extensions were my hair, and sadly they are not. I wish they were. I wanted to give you guys a scoop on them and how I put them in and all of that. And I especially wanted to do this video for those of you that are new to my channel. If you've followed me for a while, you know that this is my natural hair and it's not in the best condition right now. Because a year and a half ago I started going blonde. It's actually almost been 2 years now. May will be 2 years. Right before I started going blonde, my hair was like black. It was coal black. And I just randomly one day decided I wanted to go blonde. I started bleaching it, and it's just been this enormous process of trying to get the warm tones out of my hair, because right before I was black, I was red. So trying to get all of that red pigment out through the black pigment, it was just like a huge mess, and it's been a process. My hair has undergone some major transformation and it's just really damaged, and I'm just trying to get it back to life. Like I said, this is just my natural hair right now. It's a lot shorter because I've had breakage and it's just kind of a mess. So these hair extensions have pretty much just like saved my hair from looking like this every single day. So I'm so excited to share them with you guys. I did tons of research before I actually purchased them, and I just decided one day to bite the bullet and go ahead and get them. I'm so happy that I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys all of the details on it and kind of show you how I put them in. But if you guys are curious on how I curl them and style them, just let me know in the comments and I'll do a separate video on that. So to get started, the hair extensions that I'm gonna talk about today are from Halocouture. They come in this box right here, and then it has a little like hook at the top of it, and you can actually only get these through a salon professional, so like a stylist that carries them. And if you're unsure a stylist in your area that's a distributor, what you can do is go on their website, type in your zip code, and then it'll pop up local salons that can order these for you. And these are basically kind of like custom order. When you go into the salon, they'll have a bunch of swatches of hair, and you can kind of hold it up and match the color that you want to order. So you can kind of see through the box the color that I ordered, or you guys obviously see it in my videos, but that's what it looks like in the box. And the great thing about these particular hair extensions is that there are so many different colors in them that whatever color your hair is, even if it has a little bit more warmth or a little bit more ash, it just blends right in, which is great because, like I said, I'm in the process of coloring my hair, so these just like blend perfectly with any color that I have. And the color that I actually ended up getting was F116, and when I actually went to the salon, I thought I like knew everything. I already thought I knew the shade that I wanted from looking online, but I'm so glad that I just didn't call in order. I actually went in for the consultation because this was not the shade that I was gonna get. I think I was gonna get like F112 or F114, which would have been way too warm than what I wanted. So I'm so glad that I went in and got it kind of color matched, because F116 is perfect for me, especially since I'm going to be going more ashy with my hair. And then the length of them is 16 inches. I didn't want them too long. I feel like it kind of drags down my face and it's just not flattering. So 16 inches is like perfect for me. You can cut them once you get them. You can color them. You can like add highlights to them. You can pretty much treat them just like you would your natural hairs. And the actual quality of them is just so good. It just feels so soft and luxurious and just like a nice chunk of hair. Like if I were to do a ponytail, like my ponytail is that big. Like it's not big at all. It's like that big. It's super, super tiny. And with this, like I get a whole handful of hair, which I love. And you can see just by holding it up to my head, like it already matches perfectly. So that's why I love that there's so much dimension in these extensions. And I have got a lot of questions on how I actually wash them, and it's super easy. You just wash them like you normally would. I kind of just hold them at the top like this, put shampoo in them, kind of lather them up like that, and then rinse them out, and then I let them hang dry. And the way that I hang dry them is I just put them on like a hanger for pants, then I hang them up like this and then just let them dry. I don't use a blow dryer on them because I want them to last as long as possible, and when you blow dry them, it can just cause a lot more damage and just, you know, weaken the integrity of them. So I just let them air dry, and then after they air dry, you can go in and straighten them with heat protectant or curl them or whatever you want to do. So the real reason that I really wanted to get the Halocouture ones over just, you know, regular clip-in extensions is because of this little band right here. So basically this band is kind of like fish wire, like fish hook wire. Am I saying that right? Fish wire. Yeah, fish wire. Anyways, it's just a clear string, almost like thread, but it's clear. You know what I mean? So that's why these kind of like piqued my interest more than just clip-ins. Clip-ins just tend to hurt my head a little bit more, and it gives me a headache, to be really honest with you. I've tried so many clip-in extensions, and there's only one brand of clip-in extensions that actually works for me, but it still like wasn't super comfortable on my head. And I have such fine, thin hair that I felt like I always saw the clip, like no matter what I did. So I wanted something that was just very seamless and natural. So that's why I was really interested in these. I mean, how much more seamless can you get than like a little fishing clear wire? Fish wire. Why do I keep calling it that? And I just felt like it would be a lot more comfortable on my head. You're not putting tons of clips all over your head. It's just this little bitty wire that sets on the top of your head. So I'm gonna go ahead and demo on how I put this in. I didn't like really fix my hair or anything like that today. I just basically wanted to show you kind of like a generic version of how I put it in. If I were to curl my hair, I would curl it a little bit, then put these in, and then curl it all together again. Or if I was gonna straighten it, I'd straighten my actual hair first, and then put this in and straighten the rest of it. If you guys want a detailed how I curl or straighten it, just let me know in the comments and I will do that for you too. So the first thing I always do is put a little bit of dry shampoo in my hair, and I kind of have a blonde hair hack. I always get this one. This is the Batiste dry shampoo, and this is just the original. And the reason why I like this one over like the brown one that doesn't show up very powdery in your hair is I actually like the powder. Because I actually like that it kind of turns my hair a white cast, because sometimes my hair tends to get brassy, especially if I'm getting close to my next hair appointment and I just need to tone it a little bit. I'll put this in and it cancels out that brass for me, which I know probably sounds really funny, but I've been doing this for, I don't know, like 6 months now, and I'm just like obsessed with using dry shampoo to kind of like tone my hair out, which is really weird, I know. But it really does work, and I also love using dry shampoo because I don't wash my hair all the time. Especially having dry, damaged, bleached hair, I try not to wash it very much, like maybe 2 to 3 times a week maximum. So this helps to just keep my roots from not looking so oily, because the ends are like super dry, so they never look oily. So this just helps my roots to just be a little bit more fresh throughout the week. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take my little comb that actually comes with the extensions. This is basically like a fishtail comb, and I'm just going to section my hair a little bit and then do a couple pumps of that, and then I just go in and kind of mess up my roots and just really add some texture and diffuse the dry shampoo. And if I do spray it directly on my roots, I go in there and really mess it up, because I don't want the dark parts of my roots to get lighter. I only want the end. So if this part, like right here, was brassy, I would just kind of do that and then very lightly kind of like tousle my hair so that it still keeps the white from the dry shampoo in it. Okay, I'm gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. And the further you hold the can back away from your head, you're not gonna get all of that white dust. So if you do want more of it, I would hold it a little closer. If you want less, hold it a little further away. And so now that I have some texture in my hair, I'm just going in with a boar brush, and it's not really full of like white hair like this. Don't be freaked out. This is actually just like, obviously I have hair in here, but the dry shampoo is also in here, so that makes it look white. I know it looks a little weird. But I just take the boar brush and kind of smooth it over a little bit, like that. Then I just make sure my part's where I want it before I put the extensions in. And then I'll just grab my extensions and make sure all the hair is on the right side, like no hair from this side is hanging over here. And then I'm just gonna grab it, toss it around to the back of my head. You'll see the tag here in the back, so you know you have it on correctly. And you wanna put it like about 1 inch away from where your part starts. Because as you pull the hair out of this, it will go back a little bit further, so try to get up as far as you can. And then I just kind of push it down a little bit to make sure that it's really, really snug and in place. And then I'm just gonna pull the hair around to the front of my face. And then you just go back in and grab your little fishtail comb, and you can kind of see that wire right there. You're just gonna take a little bit of hair and pull it over that wire like that. Once you get the hang of it, you can literally do this in like 3 minutes. It's so quick and simple. Same thing to this side. And you can pull out more hair or less hair depending on the hairstyle that you're gonna do or what you prefer. I mean, as you play around with it, you'll know what you like. You just wanna make sure like that part right there is covered up. So I like to take a little bit more in that area. And then the same goes for the back. You just have to go a little bit lower because your extensions are down here now instead of up here, which makes it look so much more natural, and it gives you a lot more option to play with your hair versus if you had, you know, clip-in extensions that were way up here, you would kind of have to watch out a little bit more. And the way that I like to see if I got enough hair out is I look right here in the front, and I don't like those little pieces to be sticking out. So what I do is I just go back there and I pull those out like that. Like that, and then it blends a lot better. And then once you have all of your hair pulled through, you can go back in and just do your detail work, is what I like to call it. So then you can just go back up here at the top and make sure that that line is kind of hidden in there. And I just like to just take my little pick here and just make sure that it's blended a lot more. Pull out just like little pieces that are caught on the other side. You could even go in and tease right here. I don't really like to because I have such fine hair. I feel like it gives it away that my hair is not real. So I like it just to be a little bit more flat and blended right there, but you totally could go in and tease it if you wanted to. And then that is pretty much it. I will go back in and like curl my hair now or straighten it depending on what look I'm going for that day, or sometimes I just wear it natural like this, to be honest. And then if my real hair is actually looking a little bit dull and kind of, you know, just not as good as my extensions, I'll go in with the Awapui Wild Ginger Shine Spray and just kind of hit that on the ends of my hair. Just to give a little bit of shine to my natural hair and make it blend into the extensions and make it just look a little bit more polished. Now that they're in, I do want to show you guys how I actually take them out. I almost forgot to show you guys this part. So basically you just toss your hair to the back of your head like that, put it in a ponytail and pull up, and voila, they are out. But that is honestly how simple it is to put this in. It was probably a lot longer me just showing you on camera, but I can go through it in literally under 5 minutes and I'm ready to walk out the door. So super, super simple. Again, if you guys want to see how I do curl them or straighten them, just let me know in the comments. And these are pretty pricey. I don't think I mentioned the price before. I think it's around $300 to $400, close to $400, I think. But if you break that up over the years, like the stylist that I went to, the extensions that she had me try on when I went in, she's had them for 5 years and they looked brand new. So they do last a very long time, especially if you take really good care of them. I just feel like the investment that I made in these is a lot better than the investment that I made in just my clip-in ones that were like $100, because I've only had them a year and they look horrible. So I definitely feel like I've got my money's worth out of these so far, and they're just so beautiful and they look so real. Like when I go out in public, nobody knows that this is not my hair. If you go back to my videos over the last, I would say, what, 4 months, you'll see that I've been wearing these and it's just kind of transformed with my hair color as it's went on. I'm so happy with them, and I just wanted to share this video to kind of let you in on my hair secret. I wish it was my real hair, but it's not, but I'm so glad that I do have them. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll answer them for you or do more videos if you want to see them. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video helped you. And of course, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.